Assalamu alaikum, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming. I would like to start very quickly by taking with you an X-ray on the PR industry and the whole marketing communications industry in the Middle East. I believe the whole day today and tomorrow, everyone will be talking what's going on in the PR industry, went wrong in the last few years, and what's next, and who's in charge of the PR industry or the whole communication industry. Is it the media, or the clients, or the agencies? We are all here. The clients are here. The media is here. I can see the National, Gulf News, CNBC is here, and everyone is putting the blame on the other. The agency, the client is blaming the agency. They are not creative. They're not coming back to us with the creative ideas. Where the agencies are blaming the client is not innovative in their product offering. They don't have good stories to put in the press. Where the media says, well, hang on, we just get press releases, copy-paste, and so on. And so the whole debate is going forever. And I'm here trying to say, who's in charge of the whole PR industry? Is it the clients? Is it the media? Or is it the PR agencies? And what I want to highlight is that the media and the agencies and the clients should work all together in collaboration for one single thing, is the industry. We have to put the industry at the heart of the story. And we have to work for better practices in the industry, whether it's PR or advertising or a direct marketing or sponsorship, because at the end of the day, it all works together. So we have to collaborate for better PR practices. I'm going to focus on the PR. When I say industry, I mean the PR industry and publicity. There's only one way forward. There is no other way forward from here. I know that everyone says, it's the online, the new media, it's the traditional media, it's publicity. You need your name out there, whether through PR or whether through new media, old media. It's only one way forward. I'm going to take this, which was designed by my team, which we call it the industry value chain. Nothing so creative. We just put the clients and what the client should be, the clients and what they should be doing. Actually, it's the whole about innovation. After the clients come the agencies, what the agencies should be doing. And after that will come the media. If we really gather this in this value chain, we will get 4 top-line results. Only these 4 top-line results. And I'm sure any one of you here would love to see these things happening in our market. I'm talking about the Middle East. So we want to see rich media content. Really want to see rich media, rich TV. Because if you look at the whole TV stations now, all the programs are important from abroad. Whether it's from the Europe or America, who will win, the millionaire, the biggest loser, I don't know what, all these programs. We need to see content from our region. And we need to get better publicity for our clients as an agency. I would love to see my clients all over the place, in the right place, of course. And better communications. What I mean by better communications is between us, between the clients, the media, and the agencies. Better communications, let's help each other. If the national is upset from the press releases we are sending to them, let's know, what do you want? And I'm so glad the national is playing a good role here, because they don't copy-paste usually. And my team comes sometime and they complain, and I'm so happy. Let the national put the new standards. And then raising the industry standards. And that's the top line result that we are aiming at. Let's talk about the clients for a bit. What do the client want? They need one word, which is publicity. All clients want publicity. I want my brand to be everywhere. Etisalat against Amar against Dubai Holding, I don't know what. I want my brand. But who's of the client could put his brand name, his logo, somewhere without paying anything? What I would really argue here, that your product or service could be your publicity. You don't need a PR agency. You don't need Gulf News or the National or online. You don't need anyone. Your product should be the publicity. Well, you might say, my product is not so interesting. It's not sexy. It's not appealing. I have a coffee shop. What should I do? I'll call a PR agency, please get me publicity, or it's a game, or a mobile, or a search engine. I'm going to change the whole view now by changing this slide to this. When was the last time did you see an advertising campaign for Starbucks? Please raise your... None. I will surprise you. When was the last time did you see an advertising campaign for iPhone? None. When was the last time you? Very good. 1 out of all of you. So when was the last time you see Wii, the Nintendo game? Great. 1. But Google. You say Google it. It's a utility. Google became a utility. It's like electricity. It's like any other utility. You might say, well, but my product is not so attractive, and I'm struggling with my product and my agency. How about if I tell you now, would you generate publicity for cigarettes for kids? Will you be able to do that? Anyone would take this challenge here? To stand up here and change the perception. Because it's all about perception management. Yesterday we were discussing with a group of friends of mine, and someone was talking about he spent 90% of his time researching about Apple. New products, what's going on, iPhone, iPod, I don't know what. He's an art director in an ad agency, so probably he's well informed about Steve Jobs' new innovations. And then I asked him, when was the last time did you research about RTA, the Road and Transport Authority? He said, I don't remember. We all know we can live without iPhone. We can, but we cannot live without RTA. But we still, Steve Jobs made us research about his innovations because of his publicity. Let me introduce to you our new spokesperson here who will change the perception of the cigarettes.
Robin Williger. He is a 15-year-old freshman from Racine, Wisconsin. He enjoys studying history. He's on the debate team. Robin's future looked very, very bright. But recently he was diagnosed with cancer, a very tough kind of cancer. Robin tells me he has quit smoking, though, and he no longer thinks that cigarettes are cool. Final guest today is Nick Naylor. Mr. Naylor is the vice president of the Academy of Tobacco Studies. Now, they are the tobacco industry's main lobby in Washington, D.C., and Mr. Naylor is their chief spokesman.
Few people on this planet know what it is to be truly despised. Can you blame them? I earn a living fronting an organization that kills 1,200 human beings a day. 1,200 people. We're talking 2 jumbo jet plane loads of men, women, and children. I mean, there's Attila, Genghis, and me, Nick Naylor, the face of cigarettes, the Colonel Sanders of nicotine. I get paid to talk. I don't have an MD or law degree. I have a bachelor's in kicking ass and taking names. You know that guy who can pick up any girl? I'm him on crack.
This is obviously a heated issue, and we do have a lot that we want to cover today. Nick, do you have a question?
Joan, how on earth would Big Tobacco profit off of the loss of this young man? Now, I hate to think in such callous terms, but if anything, we'd be losing a customer. It's not only our hope, it's in our best interest to keep Robin alive and smoking.
That's ludicrous.
Let me tell you something, Joan, and please, let me share something with the fine, concerned people in the audience today. The Ron Goodies of this world want the Robin Willigers to die. What? You know why? So that their budgets will go up. This is nothing less than trafficking in human misery. And you, sir, ought to be ashamed of yourself.
I ought to be ashamed of myself.
As a matter of fact, we're about to launch a $50 million campaign aimed at persuading kids not to smoke. Because I think that we can all agree that there is nothing more important than America's children.
All right, now that's something that we're going to want to know more about. But I have to take a short break. Hang on, a lot more coming.